Hello, welcome to Noob to Pro, and we're gonna use the BEELZEMON starter deck and get you from a noob to a pro. It's not that hard. So maybe you bought the starter deck with it costs about $30, 12 unique cards, 9 reprints or a bit more, and you want to know where to go with it. Well, let me help you. So if you're thinking about buying the starter deck and you don't have it yet, thinking about buying the second one, I would advise just buying singles. And you may be wondering, why am I watching this video when there's Bandai guide you how to use the starter deck? But wait, did they tell you about how to use the new cards? Yeah, BT12 has new cards that really support the deck really well. And they're really what got this deck from like a tier 1.5 to a tier 0 deck. And in this list, I'm gonna make you from a noob to a pro. That's simple. So here's my deck list, but it's about how you use the cards to become pro. So going with number 1, IMPMON BT2 on Legion, trash top 3. This card is not the key point of the deck. It's just when you don't have anything to do, or something to be played off of BEELZEMON EX2. So yeah, you're not really rushing this deck and playing IMPMONs constantly. You're mainly building the stack and building up your trash. So don't really put this in your stack and just play it out sometimes when it is right. Yeah, don't be too focused on this card. IMPMON X4 though. Play one Digimon and discard option. You may return one Digimon with Evil, Wizard, or Demon Lord trait from your trash to your hand. So this card sort of acts like your rival's barrage when you don't have it. Yeah, it's really good because you can get your 7th full cluster into your graveyard and just set that up really quickly. And also get the pieces you don't have. Maybe you did trash your level 4, level 5 that you needed, or level 6. Get the back up and just continue to stack and go ham. It's really good for that. The when attacking is trash 2's mandatory effects, so do worry about that. But that's not the main key part about this card that we love. Now what we love the most about this deck is the next card, which is IMPMON EX2. When this card is trashed from your deck, if it wasn't trashed by EX2 IMPMON 2, you may trash up to 3 more cards from the top of your deck. This is really insane. Because sometimes you gain 1 memory from this top 3 you trash. Next you trash 3 more and you just gain 3 more memory. You get what you need in there. You get more barrages. You get from 15 to 21 cards in trash. This card is really good. Now, what if it's in your hand? Well, you really don't have to worry about it. There is ways to put it on top of your deck, so it is not a bricky card and it can be actually useful throughout the whole game. And the on-play can be useful if you actually are trying to hunt for your tamer or for your BEELZEMON for any situation that you truly need it. But the on-play is not too important, but it can be useful at times.
Luckily got that out.
Next, one of my new favorite the card that I hate the most in this deck is IMPMON Starter Deck 14. This card is a monster. It's your turn once per turn. As in Herald though, when a card is trashed from your deck, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Now, this could control the board, help you stop rookies, but the main part of it that I think about is that floodgates don't really matter for this part of the deck. You got Chumons, Madoki Betamons, and yeah, they just don't matter. You just literally pop them casually as you Digivolve or swing. You just really don't care about anyone in your way. And the warping's really cool in case you are in a certain situation where you need to pop everything or just go for game. You just really go nuts. Because warping does not rely on anyone else, like the enemy having a level 6. It is just you have 20 cards in trash, where you most likely will in this deck. It's not that hard. You just warp and go ape. We will go over the megas to see why you go ape, but yeah, stay tuned. Next card, Witchamon, starter deck 14, is just a one of. So when Digimon trash top 3, that helps, since sometimes you don't get to trash top 3 with the other champions. But I think what's most important is sometimes you're against the bigger stack decks. That DP boost as inheritable is really good. While the Digimon has Wizard or Demon Lord trait, it gains 2k DP. So your little 11k, 12ks, 14ks get 2k and get to go over a lot of other megas that might have died to before. So yeah, think about putting this in your deck. Next, BEELZEMON promo. The main part about this card is that when this card is trash in your deck, gain 1 memory. It's pretty good, pretty simple. And that's what you like about this card. Now, there is an inheritable that's also good, sort of like IMPMON that we're going to touch upon later. You can sort of control what you trash. Like I said before, the EX4 IMPMON, or EX3 IMPMON, I should say, EX2 IMPMON is not a dead brick card in your hand. With Wizardmon promo, as an inheritable, when you attack, you can literally just put that EX2 IMPMON top of your deck, and then trash it from your other effects, and then you get to pop off and combo. So it is a really good card as an inheritable, also a really good card in deck as it gets trashed. It's good everywhere. Now Wizardmon X. Be careful when using this card because you trash top 2 to the deck. However, if you have Wizardmon or X antibody within this sources, you don't get to trash top 2. You become a blocker automatically. It's one or the other. So be careful if you do actually want to trash 2 and just don't Digimon on top of Wizardmon. Or if you want to set up for a blocker because you're scared of the opponent doing something, you can also do that. And sort of like IMPMON X, how I warned you about it, when attacking, you trash top 2 your deck. So that's a really scary inheritable when you don't want that to happen. So be careful about your deck size throughout the whole game.
Super good game.
BEELZEMON starter deck 14. Now, the inheritable EP boost, that doesn't matter too much. What is incredible about this card is its presence on the board when it digivolves. When this Digimon digivolves, this Digimon gains on deletion. You have 10 more cards in your trash. You may play one BEELZEMON from your trash without paying the cost until the end of your opponent's turn.
Hello.
So over your turn and their enemy turn when digivolving, no one wants to delete. No one wants to try to kill you. No one. You're a force to be reckoned with. If you die when swinging, you literally get a level 6 for free, and that's awesome. And even if you don't have 10 or more cards in your trash when you digivolve, your big stack that you probably digivolve into BEELZEMON can count for the trash sides, which is about really half of 10. So you easily get to 10. Don't ever worry about that. And when it reaches the opponent's turn, they don't want to delete you. They don't want to get you a free BEELZEMON. And sometimes, or it is really hard to kill level 5 at times. So yeah, great, beautiful card that we love in this deck. Next we have BEELZEMON BT10. This is just a one-up because it doesn't have any inheritable. It's not really good after digivolves, after it becomes just a BEELZEMON. But hey, we still like this card because it is a good aggressive level 5 where when attacking, trash top 3. That's really good if you're trying to really dig in the early game and just add more pressure. And on deletion, not when digivolving, throughout the whole time you get 10 more cards in your trash, you may play one BEELZEMON from your trash without paying memory cost. So that's a bit more consistent than the when digivolving effect on deletion, but this card just doesn't cut it as much, which is fine. It's a good card since you only can run 4 of the starter deck. 14 BEELZEMON. Next we have BEELZEMON X. Okay, BEELZEMON X can help you search for your X antibody if you did trash it. That's the main part that I care about. There's other parts about it. That's the main important part because sometimes you just need it for when you want to rush into BEELZEMON X antibody. You don't have time to go into BEELZEMONs. So go to BEELZEMON X antibody. When attacking, but restarting it from there. Swing with BEELZEMON X. As you have the X antibody underneath, the digital to BEELZEMON X antibody. You trash like 2 or 3 cards and you go for game from there. And yeah, it's really insane what the X antibody does for this whole deck. Not just the versions, but yeah. Next, BEELZEMON EX2. BEELZEMON EX2 is not within the starter decks, so this is one of the expensive part of the decks, but it is definitely needed because with this card trash from your deck, me playing IMPMON, that really just rushes the whole deck. As you try to focus building the stack, you have to try to focus on building the board going wide, since EX2 BEELZEMON does it for you. And there's other parts of the card that's really good, like when digivolving or when attacking, not once returned though. You can trash the top 2 and then delete a level 3 or higher. The level increases by every 10 you trash, but yeah, that's one situation where you want to control the board. But I think one of the most important parts is when it gets trashed from your deck.
Finals was BLZX.
Next is BEELZEMON ST14. Okay, one thing about BEELZEMON ST14 is that it's a tool because it has no effects when it gets trashed. One thing about it is that it gains it has when digivolving trashed out 4, which is good because when you warp or when you just digivolve, it costs 4 mana to digivolve, but you trash when digivolving right away, and then you count how many cards you have in trash. Afterwards, for every 10 cards you have in trash, you gain 1 memory. Typically you'd be at 30 at this point, and you'll gain 3 memory, so you just digivolve for 1, for 0, whatever. You gain security attack plus 1, and then you just go insane. You can swing 2 checks, then digivolve to this next card, which is BEELZEMON X. Just trash more of your opponent's security. Like if this Digimon has BEELZEMON or X antibody in this Digivolution cards, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack for every 10 cards in your trash. Now, is that huge? Yes, of course it's huge. You don't have to take a risk at swinging at your opponent's security. Literally just get rid of 2 or 3 at a time. And this isn't just like your endgame card. You can literally play it in the middle of digivolve it to the middle of the game, and you gain as much value as you would late game. And it was hard to deal with sometimes. It really is. Then if you didn't really just finish the game by then, for some reason, we always have BEELZEMON Blast Mode ST14. When digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon, there's no requirement for it. And afterwards, if you have 20 or more cards in your trash, gain 3 memory. This is really good because you sort of just digivolve for 1 and unsuspend. Now, Madoki Baemon can stop me from gaining 3 memory. No, it can't. Literally, there's so many cards that delete your opponent's floodgates. You have IMPMON starter deck 14. You have Blast Modes coming out of your deck. It gets trashed. If you want, sure, play a Deathslinger beforehand, or they get hit instead by Deathslinger. It's like there's a lot of ways to get rid of the floodgates, so don't worry about it. And just think of this card as a digivolve for 1 and unsuspend, and just go for game because you already did 4 checks. Or no, you already did 2 checks with BEELZEMON starter deck. You already trashed 2 with BEELZEMON X. Now you just go for game with this bad boy. Now, Memory Boost. This is definitely for the slower games where you're just setting up to gain your memory for later, but it's the most important. So, trash top 2 of your deck, draw 1. I'm a bit more of a patient player, so I do like this type of cards where you just take your time, because then you place any battle area, you gain 2 memory. But the main part is cha-cha 2 and just sort of build your hand. And it's good to do that because Mako would actually kind of destroy your hand. Sometimes you just run out of cards in your hand. You need to get it back with either IMPMON X or else Barrage. So yeah, besides being wary of your deck size, be wary of your hand size as well. Just be wary of everywhere, really. That's Digimon. Next, 7th Full Cluster. Should this card ever be in your hand? Probably not, because you can use this card from your trash and it'll just scare the hell out of your opponent. As when one of your Digimon digivolves into a BEELZEMON X, you return this card to the bottom of your deck so you don't deck out, and delete one of your opponent's Digimon at the lowest level. Yeah, that's just a free card. You don't pay 7 as you digivolve. It's just, oh yeah, I'm gonna pop your guy is dead, and I'm not gonna deck out even though I thought it was. Yeah, so Sensible Cluster is good. Is good near the end, more than likely, but also is good whenever we digivolve into BEELZEMON X. Next, one of the nuttiest cards in this deck is Deathslinger. Most of the time, you're using it for when it gets trashed in your deck, you gain 1 memory. So you're getting a lot of memory when trashing stuff in your deck because of BEELZEMON promo and Death Slinger. This card's also good for its main effect, which is delete level 4 lower. Sorry, level 4 lower, increase the level by 1 for every 10 cards you trash, which is not that hard. So sometimes you're against bigger bodies. You can definitely just be wary of them building it and just hold it in hand, pop against them when you least expect it, and just ruin your opponent's day. My day was ruined multiple times by this card. I love it, hate this card. I mainly hate it because I don't use it as much because I play other decks. Now next, Rava's Barrage. Rava's Barrage is again a great card. I said it multiple times throughout this list because main effect, you can kill the highest Digimon on the board, which can help if you're sort of stuck on like not being able to kill level 7 early. So good card in that regard. But one of its best points is when it gets trashed from your deck, it goes into your battle area where its delay will be able to be used the next turn after. Where you can return one of your purple Digimon card or your tamer card. Now getting your tamer card is really important in this deck because it really makes you plan out, not make this deck RNG as much. So yeah, you get the IMPMON for early reasons, but during the later game, you definitely want to get the bigger pieces to try and get it for a game and just combo with the level 6's effects and just sort of do stuff from there. So yeah, Rava's Barrage really good. X Antibody, I think I talked about it when I was talking about BEELZEMON X going to BEELZEMON X, as you can swing and Digivolve. So yeah, when attacking, you can swing, then Digivolve into Digimon with X Antibody. Sure, you can Digivolve into the other variants of X Antibody for some reason, in case you want to like get into the next level faster and try to control the bar as you swing over your opponents. That can definitely be your situational point, or you can use it later on where you're about to get choked. If you're about to get choked, but you can definitely sort of blitz into your next X Antibody line, and yeah. So it's really good to surprise the enemy. Never let them know what you're thinking. Second to last card is IMPMON. When one of your Digimon Digivolves into a purple Digimon by spending your tamer, turn one card from your hand on top of your deck and gain 1 memory. This just gives you 1 free memory and lets you trash purposely what you want and gain like so much advantage in this deck. This card refunds its value within 1 turn after it's being used. Okay, it's a great, beautiful card. Now, should you have like more than 1 on the board? I don't think so. However, if another one comes out of security, you have 2 IMPMONs, go nuts. Just don't go too nuts or your hands might get too small. But yeah, it's a great card. The on-play lets you get some like evil wizard stuff and Demon Lord, but that part doesn't matter. But you should organize how you're gonna bottom deck stuff. For instance, if you get the Wizard promo, you don't want it yet because you definitely want to trash in the future. Put that on the top and put your other useless stuff at the bottom. Let's say Miss Memory Boost, so you can get to that Wizard promo faster and get the trash it for memory. So yeah, beware how you order your cards when you bottom deck it during searches at times, because they're definitely ton of research. Last but not least, IMPMON. IMPMON effect. When attacking, once per turn, this Digimon has Wizard or Demon Lord trait. Trash the top 2 of your decks. Trash the top 2 cards of your deck. It is a great card. IMPMON X has this effect. BEELZEMON X has this effect. I think one of the BEELZEMONs have this effect and is inheritable. Trash the top 2 cards of your deck. And you can sort of trash 6 cards as you have a full stack and just mill like 1/10 of your deck, which is really insane. This is just the egg, and yeah, unlike Pokemon, there's no on deletion of trash top two your deck. So yeah, I think it's a bit safer than Pokemon because you don't die and then you lose by deck up by accident. This egg has more control and also more aggression, I think. Since you can swing, live, and get to trash top two instead of swing, hope you die and get to trash top two. So yeah, this card is the most useful egg out of all the purple eggs that are available at the moment. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I've talked about with this deck list. Hope you learned something new. Hopefully you guys can try this deck out and become a pro and get your nationals invite. Hope you guys have a great day, or not. The choice is yours. Bye bye.